Thank you.
Daughter got it on video.
Colleen. I was like,
I saw her camera on.
She's nuts, a nutty girl. Yeah. One, two, three.
The morning sun, I feel you touch me in the pouring rain, and the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love, then you softly leave. Hour, you're my savior when I fall. And you may not think that I care for you when you know deep inside that I really do, yeah. And it's me you need to show up. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really mean to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. Oh yeah.
That's an ending. Thank you.
Okay, where were we?
In, 2, 3, 4.
There we go.
Good afternoon. George Brown College is located on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and other Indigenous peoples who have lived here over time. We are grateful to share this land as treaty people who learn, work, and live in the community with each other. Please remain standing if you are able and willing to join in the singing of our national anthem, and remain standing for an honor song performed by Malachi Daybutch.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, qu'à ton bras c'est porter le pays, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
you, Malachi. Please take your seats. On behalf of George Brown College, I welcome you, our graduates-to-be, family, and friends, to George Brown College's convocation ceremonies for the class of 2025. My name is Janine Christensen, and I am the registrar, and it is my pleasure to serve as your MC today. We have gathered to recognize the achievements of graduates from the Center for Health Sciences. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of the platform party. I invite them to stand and remain standing if able as they are introduced. Welcome, Jeff Smith, Chancellor of George Brown College. From George Brown College, Dr. Gervin Farron, President. Dr. Eileen DeCourcy, Vice President, Academic. Patricia Chorney-Rubin, Dean, Center for Health Sciences. Your faculty, staff, associate deans, directors from the Center for Health Sciences. Please all stand. Leslie Quinlan, Senior Vice President, People, Enablement, and Experience. Ian Wigglesworth, Associate Vice President, Student Success. And from the George Brown College Student Association, Toby Liu, Director of Education and Equity. Please take your seats. I now invite President Farron to open today's convocation ceremony. Mr. President.
Thank you very much. It's really warm to see such wonderful individuals here, all here to support our students and their convocation. Congratulations in attending today as well. Hello and welcome to the 2025 George Brown College Convocation. Graduates, families, friends, dignitaries, Chancellor Jeff Smith, members of our board, faculty and staff. It is indeed an honor to be here with you today to serve as your president, as well as to recognize the achievements of each of our outstanding students. It's their day when they become new graduates. And as such, we recognize that they are passing through an important milestone, a milestone that's been earned through their hard work and dedication to their education and career aspirations. And it's also been aided by the commitment to your success as students by our faculty members, our staff members, individuals who are here, and individuals out there who I know have supported you over the years. Why not give them a round of applause? I'd like to turn my attention to our graduates. We know, we appreciate that today it's a special spotlight for you, for each of you. I also know that many of you will be so very proud of all your accomplishments as we are. But I also know for some of you that we must acknowledge that this moment can also be bittersweet because it reflects the transition from being a student to a graduate that is being defined by this convocation session. However, I also want to express that I'm absolutely confident that the skills, knowledge, and experiences that you've gained here at George Brown College will be assets to you in the future as you chart your future success, growth, and development. In all of this, I think there are a few points I'd like to also share with you. And the first is just to recognize that your success is a product of your hard work, and at times, in fact, your sacrifice as you spent a late night studying while others were sending you very, very interesting selfies. Today, I also want to encourage you to celebrate and to savor the moment. Celebrate, of course, responsibly, but with a little fun, right? And in that, I also recognize that you're going to go out and make your own mark. And your mark will be significantly enhanced by the fact that you've gained a set of skills, capacity, and knowledge right here at George Brown College for the time that you've spent. As you go out today, you'll be joining approximately, in fact, I think this number is to say more than 285,000 George Brown College alumni members. Exactly. And they're out there, they're shaping the future of the country, the future of the world. And as a result, you'll be joining with your efforts in doing the same. And as well, you'll be a part of an incredible cohort of lifelong learners. With that, as you pursue your goals, do remember that we're living in an extraordinary age, an extraordinary period of innovation as well as possibility. This is a time to feel energized, as well as to maintain and retain that amazing optimism about the future, notwithstanding the challenges, of course. I'm confident that your George Brown College education has equipped you with the critical thinking skills and career-oriented competencies that will guide you towards a fulfilling career path today and into the future. I'm equally confident that the values that we share will energize you wherever you express your influence, whether that influence is at work, in your communities, around the globe for that matter. And in so expressing all of those great things that you've learned in terms of values and capacity here at George Brown College, that you'll go out and make the world a better place. And in saying that, I think it's also important to recognize that aiding even one individual, one person, can represent a significant change and improvement to their life, and in so doing, a significant contribution to the world and indeed to humanity. With that, it is also important to recognize that we all have in us, at one level or another, a moral compass. So never lose sight of your moral compass. It will define your brand and ultimately shape your legacy. It is sometimes difficult to translate our moral sentiment or compass into words, since it's often guided by a feeling or, in fact, at times, a sense of empathy, grace, humility, and regard for humanity. I would like to share maybe a few points that have assisted me in terms of guiding my choices and my decisions. The first one is about the future, and it is to be optimistic and hopeful about the future. The second one, particularly being here at your convocation, is I think it's really important to recognize that education is likely the best investment that you'll have ever made. I think it's been my best investment, and it's really informed all that I've achieved and all that I've done. Next as well, though, I think it's also important to recognize that we have a shared responsibility for creating an inclusive Canada and, by extension, an inclusive world. Without question, and by the way, I hear a future student just sharing their views and opinions as well. It's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. See? Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Well, I think this goes without saying, it is exciting. It's exciting to be with us together, alive every single moment. And without question, we also recognize that this has been a significant time period of change over the last 20 years. It's a time, however, to harness all the knowledge that we've acquired for the betterment of humanity and future generations. It's also a time to be hopeful, as mentioned before, but to make sure that's manifested through your acts of kindness and possibilities. Without question, through these times, it is natural to be apprehensive about many things, but it's also so important to maintain a level of excitement. And without question, we know excitement does come with this two perspective, one, opportunity, and the other is challenge. For example, we know artificial intelligence will allow us to reimagine healthcare. It also provides us with new strategies to address major challenges such as the environment. It also will usher in a new dawn, a new reality for education as a whole. Yet, through it all, it is important for us to continue to make sure that we maintain our critical thinking skills and that we put at core the betterment of humanity and harmony with our environment as centerpieces for our choices as well as our optimism. I mentioned before that likely education will be your best investment. And I say that with a lot of confidence because I know as I look out on our students and just in a few moments as they come across the stage, that education changes lives. And I think if you can reflect for a moment on how your life has changed through your education right here at George Brown College as well. So at George Brown College, we're dedicated and we diligently work to foster a safe, accessible, and inclusive learning environment. With that as well, we strive to make the college a place where all students see themselves represented on campus, where all feel welcomed and supported. We value diversity, inclusion, and equity. We all benefit from the recognition and recognizing our shared obligations of truth and reconciliation in honor of the Indigenous peoples of Canada. We gain an enhanced global view by welcoming and supporting international students. We create hopefulness by our efforts as well as actions that are grounded in empathy as well as in grace and recognition of our shared humanity. I believe that these points, without question, should be commonly shared amongst us all as values, but I also recognize it doesn't hurt periodically to reinforce them and to re-engage with our commitment for justice, equity, as well as a focus on humanity. Again, it goes without saying, congratulations to each of you on this amazing phase of your post-secondary education right here at George Brown College. I'm confident, as mentioned before, that your education through George Brown will serve you well into the future. Well, about the future, I want to invite you to stay in touch. Keep the lines of communications open. Here at George Brown College, we will do our part to foster a strong sense of community and continuity. And in so saying, that we will be here for you, regardless of which direction and wherever your career may take you. I'm confident that your experience at George Brown College will shape your vision, it will shape your opportunities, it will define your contributions in your profession, in your communities, and in fact, it will allow you to make significant contributions to Canada and humanity wherever they may be around the world. And in that sense, I'm so proud of each one of you for what you do and what you'll be doing in the future. And with that, merci, miigwech, and thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I now invite our new Chancellor, Jeff Smith, to deliver his address. Mr. Chancellor.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Mr. President, George Brown College faculty and staff, you graduates especially, family and friends, welcome. It's nice to be here with you today. Let's have some fun. Now, just quickly, I have to tell you, Janine just mentioned I'm the new chancellor. I've been chancellor for about 3 days now, so I'm the rookie in the room, okay? You guys are all the veterans of George Brown. I'm the new person in the room, so hang with me a bit. But I mentioned that because really it's a great honor to be asked to be chancellor. And I want to tell you, if it's okay, quickly why. And I want to do it this way. Until pretty recently, I was the CEO of a big construction company named Ellis Don. Perhaps you've seen our signs around, and I can tell you at a construction company, and I know in health sciences as well, technical skills are very important. So I hope you studied well. I hope you're ready to go. But we didn't build Ellis Don on technical expertise. We built it, in fact, and I attribute really pretty much all of our success to the fact that we built it on a really strong set of values. Values such as trust, values such as transparency and openness, generosity of spirit, entrepreneurial enthusiasm, and believe it or not, we talk a lot about kindness at Ellis Don. At Ellis Don, we don't have any kind of a mission statement, but we have a very strong set of values that we will not compromise. And what we found over the years at Ellis Don is that there was one college more than any other whose faculty, whose staff, and most importantly, whose students reflect those kinds of values that we aspire to at our joint. And that, of course, is George Brown College. At Ellis Don, we love hiring George Brown graduates because they tend to be really terrific people. I think we've hired over 1,000 of them over the last, over our history, at least. So for that reason alone, when they asked me to be chancellor, my response was, well, it's just a thrill. I'm happy to be associated with all of you. I'm happy to be associated with all of you, and I'm looking forward to having lots of fun. Now, and I'm going to try and do a good job as chancellor, I promise. Now, I really want to talk, of course, especially to you grads for just a minute. You're the whole purpose, you're the whole reason that we're here. There's a great moment for you. Make sure you enjoy the moment, right? Congratulations. Give yourself a big round of applause. Want to hear some whoops today. And listen, as Dr. Fearon said, I know that we all know this is not the greatest economic or geopolitical moment in Canada right now. It's kind of a tough world out there. I can pretty much promise you that your determination, your resilience, and your optimism, and all those things Dr. Fearon told you to hold on to, are going to get challenged. So let me get the bad news out of the way. It's not just the times. Life has an unfortunate habit of knocking us around from time to time. But here's the good news. I promise you this. In all that painful falling down and all that redemptive getting back up again and all the great adventure that comes in between, you will all find a great deal of joy in life. I promise you that. And because I'm about 100,000 years old and because they gave me this big fancy gown to wear a few days ago, I'm going to suggest to you how to maximize that joy. Because joy is what matters. Joy is what leads and delivers happiness. I'm going to give you one single thought, if that's all right. I've been in the construction business for about 45 years. I've been in the construction business so long, they're now tearing down buildings that I helped build. And that's true. And what I've found after all that time and all that work is that those buildings mean exactly nothing to me. I couldn't care less about them. It turns out that my life and my career has never been about the buildings. It's never actually been about the things that I did or strove to accomplish. It's been entirely about the people I did those things with. They are where my happiness came from. They're where my sense of accomplishment came from. They are where my life's meaning came from. I'm actually certain that you could spend your life working at something you love doing, but with people you don't like or respect very much, you're going to have a pretty miserable time. But the opposite is also true. You could be doing something that's a bit mundane. In fact, part of your jobs will be a bit mundane. But if you're doing them with people that you absolutely adore, you're going to have a great time. I mentioned a few minutes ago that Ellis Don doesn't have a mission statement. Listen, we have absolutely no idea where that company's going. None. and we don't care. But we do have a very clear purpose, which is to deliver great careers to people who share similar values. And that's why we get up and go to work in the morning. We may not care where we're going, but we care a very great deal about how we get there. And most importantly, about the people with whom we are traveling down life's road. That now, for me, includes all my new friends at George Brown, and I expect that will give me all sorts of joy. But when I look back, all I think about are the great people I was able to work with and all the fun and great adventures we had together. So here's my message. If you hang out with happy people, you will be happier. If you hang out with smart people, you will be smarter. If you spend your life with generous people, you'll end up being a terrific person. And that, for me, and for you maybe, hopefully, I believe, is the definition of joy. That's my one idea. Spend your life to the greatest extent possible with people who bring you joy, and you will want for nothing. Okay. I've heard 1,000 speeches in my life. You've now heard at least 2. Of all those speeches that I heard, the very best ending to a speech, simple and profound, was delivered by an ex-governor general by the name of David Johnston. I'm going to offer his words here right now at the end of my speech as his gift to you. Be nice to others and go easy on yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. I now call upon Dean Chorney Rubin to address the graduating class.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, George Brown College faculty, staff, graduates, family, and friends, it's an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the brilliance, resilience, and the creativity of our graduates in the Center for Health Sciences. To our graduates, congratulations. You've arrived at this moment through hard work, late nights, group projects, and countless breakthroughs, large and small, and you did so with courage, with creativity, and with an unwavering drive to succeed. And I suspect you did so because of the support, guidance, and mentorship you received from the amazing, talented group of faculty who are on stage right now and staff. Please join me in thanking them. During your work in classroom experiences or at internships, field placements, or clinical, you've learned not just how to create and to serve, but also how to connect, all in the service of building and supporting healthy communities. Your work challenges norms, inspires dialogue, and builds culture. You are both the workforce and the visionaries of tomorrow, and we are so proud to celebrate this milestone with you. Today is not just a celebration of what you've learned, it's a recognition of who you've become and who you continue to become as leaders, innovators, and change makers. You know, I've had the privilege of working with students and faculty and staff at George Brown College, as well as working directly in the front line with educators, children, and families. And I've done so for many, many years. When in times of doubt, I've turned to the words of C.R. Gibson. They've served me, and I hope they'll serve you. I've wept in the night for the shortness of sight, that to somebody's need I was blind. But I never have yet felt a twinge of regret for being a little too kind. And as our Chancellor shared, kindness travels. It'll travel with you. Be kind to others, be kind to yourself. So on behalf of your faculty and school teams and the great panel in the front, I want to say how proud we are of you. Thank you for everything you've contributed to this learning community, and we can't wait to see where you go next. Many thanks.
Thank you, Dean Chorney Rubin. It is now my pleasure to introduce our valedictorian for this afternoon. Amrit Paul Singh Dalewal is graduating from the Office Administration Health Services Program. Amrit Paul, will you please come forward to address the graduating class?
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, Georgetown College faculty and staff, graduates, friends, and family. Today, as I stand before you, I am deeply honored and proud. Together, we celebrate not just personal achievements, but also our shared experience, a journey highlighted by perseverance, passion, and purpose. For many of us, it was a beginning, a combination of anticipation and uncertainty. We walked through the doors of Georgetown College, everyone with their own aspirations. We did not do it by our own, however. We advanced together, learned from one another, grew as a team, and encouraged each other during the way. At Georgetown College, the city was our classroom. Our education extended outside the walls of textbooks into the vibrant streets, the state-of-art labs, the simulation centers, dental clinics, and health centers that served as our practice fields. This mix of applied knowledge and scholarly teaching provided us not only with knowledge, but also with confidence. Our teachers educated and inspired us. Classmates become our strength, and our families, a tower of strength, were with us for the duration of the journey. Georgetown College provided us a valuable student experience where diversity was embraced and lifelong friendships were forged. As we go forth today, let us remember that Georgetown College will forever be part of our voyage. As proud college alumni, as proud college graduate, we are associated with a community that provides a lifetime of support, career direction, and unlimited opportunities for engagement. Our college will forever be our guide, our inspiration, and a reminder of how far we have come. We stand here today as successful student representatives of the School of Health Services Management, the School of Dental Health, and the Sally Horsfall School of Eaton School of Nursing. We carry a significant responsibility. Our education has not only enriched us, but also equipped us to serve, to heal, and to transform lives. Wherever we may be, wherever we find ourselves working, at hospitals, in clinics, community centers, or wherever, we are united in our purpose of care. We must not forget that graduation is not a conclusion, but the beginning of something bigger. Our path does not terminate here. Before us lie new challenges, new possibilities, and new opportunities. Let us confront them with the same pluck and tenacity that have brought us here today. I would like to conclude with the words of American poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou, who once said, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." As we move forward, let us not forget to lead with kindness, serve with compassion, and have a lasting positive impact on this world. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you for those encouraging words, Amrit Paul. We have now reached the part of our ceremony where we award our credentials, your certificates, diplomas, and degrees, and these become official documents of the college. I invite Chancellor Smith and Vice President DeCourcy to come forward.
Okay, we ready?
Are we ready? I think we're ready.
Okay. All right, candidates, please stand.
Mr. Chancellor, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here today have qualified in all respects for their credentials by successfully completing curricula offered by the Center for Health Sciences at George Brown College. Yeah. The registrar has recommended that they be awarded their credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
Okay, then, here we go. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of George Brown College, I do hereby confer on you your respective certificates, diplomas, and degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the candidates not present, I request that you confer their credentials in absentia.
I so do.
Okay. Please take your seats.
We are pleased to present the graduating candidates individually to Chancellor Smith and President Fearon. Before we do so, we have a congratulatory message from Minister Nolan Quinn from the Ministry of Colleges and Universities, Research, Excellence, and Security.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nolan Quinn, Ontario's Minister of Colleges, Universities, Research Excellence, and Security. Congratulations to the newest graduates of George Brown College. Today marks a significant achievement, the result of your dedication, perseverance, and hard work over the course of your studies. You've earned this moment, and you should be incredibly proud of all you've accomplished. The knowledge and skills you've developed at George Brown will serve you well as you take your next steps, whether in the workforce, further studies, or entrepreneurial pursuits. Your expertise is in high demand, and Ontario needs your talents to help shape the future of our economy. Our government is proud to invest in post-secondary education that leads to real opportunities, helping graduates thrive and keeping Ontario strong, innovative, and competitive. Enjoy this well-deserved celebration. And once again, congratulations. Thank you.
To show our respect for each candidate, please remain in your seat until the last graduate has left the stage. And be respectful with your applause so that all names can be heard. Graduates, as you make your way across the stage, please follow the printed footsteps on the floor. I invite our announcer, Patrick Kwok-chun, to come to the podium on the other side. Patrick is a graduate of the George Brown College Theatre School.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, it is my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2025 from the Center for Health Sciences, Sally Horsfall Eden School of Nursing, from the Personal Support Worker Program, Anu, Avtar, Farhan, Gurleen Kaur Sidhu, Jagprit Kaur, Nainika with honors, Rajdeep Kaur Dilraj, Raki, Tenzin Lakhi, Fatima Anyaja Abdullahi with honors, Faruza Abdurrahim, Karen Abiera, Nathaniel Abuaje with honors, Janet Abraham with honors, Carl Abrogar, Alicia Acharya Sharma, Paul Aderoju, Liquenda Konama Ajay, Benita Eje, Lily Agie, Trisha Amrao, Melinda Anning, Hannah Ansari, Olushola Babalola Are, with honors. Isaac Owusu Asumadu, with honors and Dean's Honor recipient. Christiana Ba, with honors. Jasprit Kaur Bali, Nadia Barnuevo, Naomi Bedu, with honors. Anjana Belbase, with honors. Ladis Koromoto Bencomo, with honors. Margaret Bezel, Subhekchina Busal, with honors. Wife Carol Blasco, Charles Boama, Felix Boateng, with honors. Frida Ampong Bonsu, with honors. Darshana Boyagoda, Antonielle Bryden, Sarah Jane Canless, with honors. Troy Cardoso Richardson, Leanne Casas, Nyoma Chukuma Chima Ikeji, with honors. Robin Cook, with honors. Alexi Cortez, Rojan Dahal, Sustani Dahal, Nofal Razak Doda, Amy Deroux, with honors. Malathi Enbanathan, Ibiprene Patricia Etta Francis, Jasmine Gandhi, Leon Ross Peralta Hapala, with honors. Isabella Amihere, with honors. Simon Huang, with honors. Alicia Lillian Hubert Sheard, Nitika Karki, with honors. Bahwana Kadka, with honors. Iftikhar Khan, Raju Khatri, Albin K. Roy, with honors. Barinder Kaur, Sanjeev Kumar, Juliet Amoakoa Kusi, Dennis Kwajo Manu, Ama Owusua Karthweteng, with honors. Ryan Laving, with honors. Michelle Lee, with honors. Li Ying Ma, Catherine Maka Bagdal, William Makaraig, with honors. Amir Mahat, Anu Malik, Mar Jason Martinez, Orla McGinnis, with honors. Emmanuel Joseph Michael Uzor, with honors. Eddie Patrick Murphy, with honors. Claire Muyoboke, Ferdosi Kasita Nakanwagi, Gilbert Nachaisinga, Deborah Nellison, with honors. Chetta Sydney Nwatarali. Kingsley Onyedika Odezulu with honors. Clinton Kwaku Oduro. Nike Adendumola Okoronkwo with honors. Ibukun Paul Okunlola with honors. Adekunle Joseph Oni. Priscilla Osei Owusu. Minho Park. Piyush Patel. Yogita Rathod. Farhana Akhtar Ruposhi. Oluwatosin Funmi Salami with honors. Anaka Lida Sam. Arthur Senyagia. Sana Samsudin Sheikh. Suminder Singh Sidhu with honors. Gurvinder Singh Buttar. Tara Lynn Stevens. Riley Talbot with honors. Priya Thapa. Malvika Thapar. Gifty Trika. John Vicencio. Angela Yeboah with honors. Emmanuel Osei Yeboah. Roshni Yonjan Tamang with honors. Junyi Zhu. From the Pre-Health Science Personal Support Worker Pathway to Practical Nursing Program, Samantha Alcide. Nyoki Hope Kaur, Dean's Honor recipient and with honors. Rajana Gurung with honors. Tasneem Mohammed with honors. Gombo So with honors. From the Practical Nursing Program, Nitika. Aziza Abdurrahim. Nargiza Abdurrahim. Yibsra Abebe. Genevieve Adeng with honors. Flairzeal Herman Agassin. Joan Agiod. Iman Mohammed Ahmed with honors. Suldana Ahmed. Michelle Aitchinson with honors. Carmi Tibon Almendras with honors. Joanna Cristel Paragna Alvarez. Zolfia Amirova with honors. Elena Andriva with honors. Dorothy Ujuka Anekwe. Elaine Aki. Patricia Archangel. Nilab Arya. Yowena Armenis with honors. Angelica Sofia Artiaga Aponte. Oluwayemisi Bolaji Atoyebi. Marites Makarubo Austin. Sarah Babalola. Bisola Babamunboni with honors. Chris Baluyot. Juracel Bantasan. Adeliza Baranda. Pavitar Basi. Ruma Begum. Stephanie Benjamin with honors. Precious Angel Carolino Biado. Michelle Black. Helen Bolaji with honors. Keegan Thomas Bolden. Alicia Budusing with honors. Kishabel Kyle Branzuela. Anastasia Pinpin Brazas. Tina Maria Butera. Geraldine Campo with honors. Francisco Javier Carias with honors. Tammy Casado Balestrini. Melanie Castro. Laika Senenz. Ngan Mai Cho. Cynthia Chaveria. Lindsay D. Chung with honors. Tsiring Choden with honors. Ogechuku Chukuma. Nicole Colasanti. Autumn Cooper. Mac Jebrin Cortez. Michaela Crossdale. Sephora Lynn Cronkite with honors. Shai Cuffy. Zilin Kui with honors. Juliana de Aguiar with honors. Christine de Castro with honors. Yasavantha de Silva with honors. Manju Dimal. Victoria Di Vincenzo. Rickalyn Diska with honors. Kanisha Dublin with honors. Sheila Egbule with honors. Alex Elhagin. Hermie Elo with honors. Omolara Jumoke Omosu with honors. Ranel Endaya. Ramon Francis Estrada. Destiny Oze Ezewele. Lisa Forrest with honors. Mac Francis. Tanisha Francois Cassell. Caitlin Freestone. Hazian Lane Fuzingan. Russell Princess Gantes. Ivy Marie Gathoni. Nirvana Gavero. Jessica Jarduli. Jasmine Kaur Gill with honors. Gloria Godwin. Bianca Gomez. Roma Gurung Sherpa. Jacob Joseph Hagos. Abel Mulugeta Hale with honors. Rahel Hagos Hale Michael with honors. Marijike Helm. Hoda Hersey. Sashana Hill with honors. Kitana Holder. Netsanet Parisa. Kadian Hurry. Brian Ichibor. Antonia Igboko. Carl Rainer Iliano with honors. Joan Jamilano. Princess Jibrin. Abdullah Adib Joya. Patricia Jukaban with honors. Lori Ann Calmer with honors. Ella Kang with honors. Mafel Kasa with honors. Gerline Kaur. Simran Kaur with honors. Susan Wangi Kihara with honors. Matt King with honors. Diana Corman. Sumith Ashoka Kumarasinghe. Machi Labdun. Kyla Laxon. Sylvia Jihi Lee. Joshua Legaspi. Nirosha Limantota Gedara Ranasinghe. Nathan Lai with honors. Hanilu Limdiko with honors. Donabel Leona. Mercy Lolodi with honors. Catherine Kate Abalona Lu with honors. Nirmala Mahara. Kalissa Maharaj Mianjan with honors. Maede Mahmoodi. Prabjot Kaur Mangut with honors. Beverly Marquez. Jonas Martinez. Suraya Mazhar with honors. Janice McDonald McLeod. Megan McGill. Fikar Megursa. Jessica Meneses with honors. Denise Modeste. Fathi Abdinasir Mohammed. Nazrin Mohammed. Nasra Mohammed Ali. Elizabeth Mwati. Perla Nahat. Josephine Nansukusa. Emily Yiman Ing. Linda Nguyen with honors. Petra Norlock with honors. Roshana Dumaya Karitha Novom. Jennifer Fuan Insia with honors. Rosie Lombe Zembe. Jomel Ocampo. Funmilola Adijat Adeogbola. Beatrice Amondi Adiambo. Hope Chekube Ofuoku. Tolulope Iwihisi Ogundipe. Minju O with honors. Rafiat Oluwaseyi Oke. Angela Odiogo Oko. Ashabi Oletan Alakunle with honors. Eunice Kemunto Osongo. Amanda Rosario Ordonez with honors. Ogene Viraze Tony Otoatu Osawe. Rachel Anna Autry. Anna Agiapoma Owosu. Irene Owusu Sekiere. Teresa Paris. Giancarlo Manalo Peña, with honors. Tiffany Persad. Ngok Nu Pham, with honors. Nikki Pham. Cariza Katrina Picarda. Daniel Louise Cubelo Pila. Fatima Pir Mohamed. Ella Pizarra. Marivic Porras. Shanice Powell. Keith Chloe Navarrete Rabut. Annika Jillian Ramos. Randy Ramos. Rodalia Ramos. Crystal Elizabeth Redhead. Kusum Regmi, with honors. Abigail Reyes. Bianca Reyes. Pirgay Reynard. Zanatun Ritu. Roche Roberto, with honors. Kayla Claire Roxas, with honors. Varvara Ruban, with honors. Anne Maria Sabado. Mark Dale Sahagan, with honors. Rona Sahak. Zainab Olabisi Salami. Harman Sandal, with honors. Catherine Siaborn, with honors. Sahar Siddiqui, with honors. Fatime Sila Tani. Isaiah Setosta. Marwa Sherzai. Hyeyun Shim, with honors. Angela Siriopoulos, with honors. Danisha Smith. Shayonis Smith Morgan, with honors. Tara St. John. Elijah Grace Santiago Sta Ana. Kaylee Elizabeth Stiles. Estefania Contreras Suarez. May Ann Zyrene Suligin. Shayla Supo. Nuzhat Tabasum. Rowena Talampas. Ayana Faye Tan, with honors. Keith A. Tapia. Barbara Tenorio Villanova, with honors. Betiel Tesfu. Kizen Thiranuva Vukbakarosu. Gabriella Thompson. Jane Ventanilla. Lorlinda Ventura, with honors. Paul Martin Villanueva, with honors and Dean's Honor recipient. Andrea Villavarreyer, with honors. Tesring Wangdu. Jason Patrick Webster. Deirdre Wendy Wilkes. Elisa Wilson. Claudette Winters. Kadeen Shadeen Winter. Bethlehem Beleta Yilma, with honors. From the Registered Practical Nurse Bridge to Bachelor of Science in Nursing program, Leah Honeyrose de Bulgado with honors. From the Registered Nursing Critical Care Nursing program, Barinya Sherpa. Yuvraj Singh Thind with honors. From the Registered Nurse Perinatal Intensive Care Nursing program, Kayla Alexandra Dressel with honors. Elakia Perumainar with honors. From the Registered Nurse Operating Room Perioperative Nursing program, Lady Emma Constantino with honors. Mary Janice Cruz with honors. From the School of Dental Health, the Dental Technology Program, Seda Ahmed Adem. Iman Ahmad El Ahmad. Zolfa Al Hajar with honors. Lojain Alabar. Afnan Alamur. Ahmad Meher Alomar. Janice Dammit. Marie-Tony Giwil David. Amy Duran with honors. Trung Kan Jiang with honors. Kayla Gilfillan with honors. Luisa Gomez Osorio. Matt Han. Iman Abdu Hasbella with honors. Tasnim Jeluk with honors. Elham Kimanesh. Hyunji Kim. Miei Kim. Tina Lagasse Kuziak with honors. Janaya Manuel with honors. Carl Luis Johnson Lopez Medina with honors. Shastine Nanfiwong. Sujin Park with honors. Puya Parsa. Sayed Mohammad Hossein Sadat with honors. Ekaterina Sadovskaya with honors. Allison Rose Wall with honors. Kathy Wong with honors and Dean's Honor recipient. From the Denturism program, Tala Armush Al-Rifai with honors. Marta Burgaj with honors. Serdar Cedric Sivak with honors. Ilhan Dagayi. Amir Delaviz with honors. Nico Demopoulos with honors and Dean's Honor recipient. Leandro Fernandez with honors. Naveen John with honors. Mingu Jacob Kang with honors. Buthe Samantha Lam with honors. Michelle Lu Zuo with honors. Kyle Monez with honors. MD Moshior Raman. Hani Siddiqui with honors. Naomis Tony Somoza Frier. Yana Uskanga Lara, with honors. Pauline Grace Zufa, with honors. From the Dental Assisting Levels 1 and 2 program, Ritanshi. Francesca Abon. Chloe Aceto. Janika Alilojo. Husneya Aljama. Demario Allen. Mavis Amponza. Camille Stephanie Arabe. Lorena Ashak. Clea Bagni. Francis Belarma. Yorsalem Beyene. Palak Bayani, with honors. Humeira Bayat. Katrina Bongato. Endres Bustamante. Belinda Kale. Ana Maria Cardona Ochoa. Sarah Catarino. Anul Atulbai Chaniara. Yimin Chen. Maricielo Antonella Coba Jimenez. Sofia Kua. Astrida Dogavietes. Tara DeRus. Janelle Dio. Claudia Dubik. Tori Nicole Ferreira. Lena Ferris. Kelly Friedrich. May Garcia. Husna Garwal. Roya Ghulam Ali. Marjorie Guevara. Ciaralyn Angel Guevara. Eliza Hassan. Thi Hong Kan Ho. Zara Jafari. Alexandra Joseph. Fariha Kalzad. Tiffany Lam. Georgina Lima. Nazneen Mabubi. Saliha Mohamed Manak. Carmen Hope Manu. Gabriela Masi. Evelyn Matias. Uzma Memon. Sharfa Mohammed Rizvi. Tepizo Daphne Moyo. Basmala Mustafa. Kiana Narvaez. Thi Hong Nguyen. Alyssa Marie Nicholson. Eva Marie Sumiko Oda. Sukmanprit Kaur Panu. Devsia Kalpeshbai Patel. Marianne Pereira, with honors. Virali Pratita Perry. Ni Pham. Ngok Mai Dong Phan. Erilis Mabel Romero. Davy Samlal. Lovely Santiago. Danae Sedlakova. Parth Bharatkumar Sejpal, with honors. Kushali Hitesh Kumar Shah with honors. Nariman Shaheen. Harim Shahid with honors. Almira Fatima Sheikh. Madhya Sharifi. Catherine Shiplow with honors. Charanprit Singh with honors. Fefe Sogay. Aisha Sohail. Sandra Toomey. Tierra Tatiana Williams. Deirdre Wure with honors. Shui Yang. Lillian Yeboah. Chandini Lakshmi Yerubandi, Dean's Honor recipient. Nora York. Rui Yuan. From the Dental Hygiene Program, Asha Abrar Sedi Shival with honors. Sasha Danielle Aguiar with honors. Chloe Al-Youssef. Tasnim Ashtiwi. Maria Backer with honors. Matthew Balingit with honors. Angelique May Bartholome with honors. Nalia Belek. Angel Benitez. Simrat Brar. Menehal Butt with honors. Elizabeth Byun. Kristen Eliza Kapanas. Adriana Kayabiab. Shireen Chami with honors. Hailing Chen with honors. Mei Na Chung with honors. Stephanie Cisco with honors. Alexia Agkawili Coloma with honors. Sydney Joy Dominguez. Cheng Han Fa with honors. Daniela Yafa Gavrilov. Sumaya Goulet with honors. Samrawit Haila Mikael with honors. Fatima Javed with honors. Alexandra Jones with honors. Faith Jove with honors. Vanessa Cano with honors. Ada Kargar with honors. Bethel Kebede. Ramin Khan with honors. Justin Le with honors. Thu An Le with honors. Rong Hui Lin with honors. Nadine Mahadeo with honors. Maha Malik. Anna Manalang with honors. Azin Mohajirafshar. Helen Mock. Fiona Nguyen with honors. Catherine Pamela Nina Alvarez with honors. Orlina Odisho with honors. Sue Young Park. Krupali Pranav Patel. Pooja Patel with honors. Luis Perez with honors. Michaela Hortner with honors. Gabrielle Poon with honors. Julie Ragin. Tuba Rehman with honors. Jessica Ricciardelli with honors. Alia Rudeni with honors. Afra Saeed Mahmood with honors. Ramsha Sayed. Saumya Sampangi with honors. Catherine Sarik with honors. Jessica Lissi Shen Liang with honors. Beshta Shirafi with honors. Laila Siddique with honors. Charlotte Adele Smart with honors. Lauren Sully. Henna Spiteri with honors. Michael Sun with honors. Avery Sunwoo Kim with honors. Thuy Chuk Michelle Tran with honors. Christina Celeste Tricot with honors. Angela May Valfor. Lee Vu. Autumn Daniel White with honors. Lathon Yassin with honors. From the Honors Bachelor of Science Dental Hygiene Program, Amanda Acker with honors. Giselle Adritico with honors and Dean's Honor recipient. Gerline Kaur Baines with honors. Jamie Ajoa Basil with honors. Danielle Beeden with honors. Chia Hui Chu with honors. Emily Sarah Curry with honors. Yani Du with honors. Zia Estrella with honors. Megan Joy Gladys with honors. Lois Hanbury with honors. Rowan Hayward with honors. Christina Jansi with honors. Sarah Karlinsky with honors. Jessica McCormick with honors. Brooklyn McGregor with honors. Bichara Monique Metch with honors. Sindoch Meshkeen with honors. Amrita Farbo with honors. Ryan Ponce de Leon with honors. Karen Richards with honors. Geetika Sharma. Victoria Sibley with honors. Jordan Stoll with honors. Teyaba Syed with honors. Eileen Villanueva with honors. From the School of Health Services Management, the Dental Office Administration Program, Akashdeep with honors. Himanshi Bokar. Manpreet Kaur. Nikita. Efe May Lata Abad. Tamzid Ahmed with honors. Anessa Alekozai. Amanda Chizoba Anyanwu. Kwadwo Owusu Asare. Uma Basnet with honors. Paige Alexis Karen. Melissa Mandy Chan with honors. Melinda Chandara. Shrishti Chaudhary with honors. Sophia Cheban. Desiree Dadibo. Chloe Noble Deary with honors. Ricky Jane Donke. Sadie Maria Falcone with honors. Nasheed Fareen with honors. Phyllis Guller. Max Hale with honors. Mejabin Islam with honors. Hulchin Anan Jamu. Divanshu Kalra. Bethlehem Kefla with honors. Cassandra King with honors. Dakari Letts. Neoma Teresa Lionel Mine with honors. Andrea Marquez Oz with honors. Camilla Martins Brandao. Mariama Mohammed. Salma Mohammed. Nafis Fatima Mohammed with honors. Saira Moat. Adiba Naim. Safia Mohammed Olad. Avana Persod. Avina Persod. Min Chao Pham with honors. Tamicha Michaela Pierre-Louis. Suganya Ramesh Kumar. Vidhi Bharatbhai Rana with honors. Simran Radhana with honors. Freddie Rincon with honors. Teresita Roque. Claudia Santana Martinez with honors and Dean's Honor recipient. Jasvir Kaur Sidhu. Divjot Singh. Amina Sohail. Abimbola Folashade Surajuddin with honors. Brianne Talant Fulks. From the Office Administration Health Services Program, Akshita with honors. Harmandeep Singh. Mandeep Singh. Manpreet Kaur with honors. Mehakdeep Kaur. Muskan. Muskan. Parnit Kaur with honors. Simranpreet Kaur. Hanifa Abdullah. Jessica Abel with honors. Suraj Acharya. Smriti Adhikari. Mahdi Ahmed with honors. Rishna Nasri Akbar. Sanjida Akhtar with honors. Ivana Alog with honors. Chandalin Arcio with honors. Ruth Amelia Asimuiwe with honors. Stephanie Carmen Adaway Cortez. Charlie Atmosfera with honors. Afra Abdulaziz Atta. Kehinde Matthew Ayeni. Fadia Bachani with honors. Michelle Banbait with honors. Jason Dave Sol Biojan with honors. Chelsea Blaise. Mara Bowman with honors. Jewel Bumanlag with honors. Trina K. Hillier Caños with honors. Ana Catarina Cardoso Montiero with honors. Milo Corina Tambuyat Catriz with honors. Keba Sise. Chingwan Chan with honors. Heather Chan. Theodora Chan with honors. Chui Kan Cheng with honors. Kun Lam Chik with honors. Jirachaya Chongre Ngam with honors. Trisha Joy Santos de Guzman. Amritpal Singh Daliwal with honors. Haripriya Danya Harikumar with honors. Adrienne Surup Doroja. Ebony Edwards. Sarah Imand. Jonathan Farfan Velasquez. Emily Ferreira with honors. Tazri Foreman with honors. Makta Tesfam Game. Angeline Dalmacio Garcia. Yasmin Gill. Mehdi Hassan. Lolitha Marie Hilton with honors. Habiba Janat with honors. Kate Jordan with honors. Parlene Kaur Judge with honors. Nadila Julian. Karishma Kaur Kalsi. Shama Karayil with honors. Safia Shahin Khan with honors. Losina Law with honors. Lisa Luong with honors. Madison Mars with honors. Jake Medez Manacap with honors. Joseph Lawrence Ibero Manago with honors. Rochelle Gamarut Marquez with honors. Pamela Matthew with honors. Arshia Mohammadi with honors. Zainab Mohammed Arif Nakuda with honors. Le Ai Kan Nguyen with honors. Tuan An Kwa Nguyen with honors. Jacqueline Nixon with honors. Muna Mohamud Osman. Kaylee Venice Buot Palma with honors. Tanvi Rakeshbai Patelia with honors. Sristi Patwa. Smrita Paudel with honors. Edlian Santos Pineda. Afsana Kudas with honors. Kwaziami Raman with honors. Sumnima Rai. Joy Ann Ramiskal. Camila Rojas. Chesa Lois Sedurante with honors. John Sedurante with honors. Livia Silvera Barbosa with honors. Pamela Faith Solano. Olga Staroverova with honors. Pavitra Surendran with honors. Parth Thakur. Tenzin Thutop. Rosemary Vadekari Kurian, Nishta Milap Kumar Vyas, Aline Khaled Warda with honors, Joyce Wong with honors, Manhal Ziber, from the Health Information Management Program, Denise Adriano with honors, Janatul Alam, Albertina Loredana Arujo with honors, Reshma Aziz with honors, Lori May Barsiubia with honors, Matt Russell Santos Casia, Francis Koloyan with honors, Maunika Kugadasan with honors, Leanne May Kayabiab Diano, Precious Marie Gamet with honors, Lisbeth Garrido, Swathi Goli with honors, Hodo Hassan with honors, Rochelle Henry, Rachel Kimata with honors, Midhan Kurian with honors, Ayong Lee with honors, Yahweh Lin, Huda Manasir, John Timothy Tan Mendiola, MD Mehdi Hassan Muna, SK Zeb Un Nessa with honors, Jack Noseworthy, Alexandra Harris with honors, Sakthi Pradeep Ramalingam with honors, Leanne May Calixtro Sagan with honors, Lippi Saha, Kayla Joanna Cruz Sarmiento with honors, Hafsa Sheikh with honors, Angel Simon with honors, Kimberly Sine, Shelby Alana Springer, Nicole Sui, Johan Casimiro Sai with honors, Jessica Vi Trin, Kathy Wong with honors, Jamila Kabdiraxman Yakub, Ridrika Yamochi with honors, Rebecca Young with honors, Aliyah Zafar with honors, congratulations to the graduating class of 2025.
Congratulations, graduates, you did it. Please stand or remain standing if able And we ask that you remain in the auditorium until the platform party has left the stage. And then please join us in the lobby out front for some refreshments and to meet up with your faculty. I now declare these graduation exercises closed.
Thank you.